Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to my channel, Serious About Stars, or welcome back if you are returning. And welcome to your reading. This reading, Gemini, it is completely timeless. So whenever it is that you are coming across it and feeling guided to it, then that is when there is some kind of a message in here for you. And it could be just one thing that you were brought here to receive, and it could be the whole reading as well. But take it only as it resonates. This reading that I have prepared for you that I meditated on is very specific. Very specific. It is also very heavy. And there's quite the energy of some kind of a past energy coming through. So Gemini, if there are certain parts that are not for you, that don't speak to you, don't have any, resonance with what was going on in your life, then don't force certain things to fit. Let them slide right off you, right off of your energy. I'm re-recording your video because the first one, again, it was just so hyper specific and it didn't feel right. I felt like I could deliver the message a little bit more gracefully. And also it was like the one time I forgot to say, take only what resonates, right in the beginning. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was like the video that needed that. So Gemini, I've meditated on your energy. I've pre-pulled some cards. We'll pull more cards live and on camera at the end, so stick around for that. But yeah, let's get into the reading here. So Gemini, all right. Okay, so when I meditated on your energy, what I really felt first and foremost was kind of like, what I saw in your meditation was kind of like this hiding on with the cargo on like a boat or a train. Running from something, being afraid of something. There's something here about what you're running from and what you're running towards. And for somebody, I don't think that you realize that running from something is running towards something. So what are you moving towards? I think it's that somebody knows what they're running from or leaving something behind. We know what you're leaving, but not what you were moving towards. All in all, there's this underlying energy here of there being something you're actually holding on to, something that you are hiding from, but it's like it's within you. Maybe it's something that happened. Maybe it's something that you're not happy about, something that you feel guilty about for somebody. Something you feel guilty about and you're not wanting to look at it, you're wanting it to disappear. Maybe that's what you're running from, trying to escape, trying to get away from. But Gemini, I feel like if you can turn the lights on and look at this in the light, look at it in the light, because you haven't been looking at it in the light. I feel like somebody here has been in a kind of a dark place at this time. And so all of the thoughts that are coming off of this as a result kind of just have a different tint to them in a way. And if you feel compelled to open up to somebody about what is going on, what has happened, have some kind of a heart-to-heart conversation with somebody to release this. I feel like for most of you Geminis, it's not going to be as bad as you thought. Like, I feel like there is a need to come clean in a way, whether or not whoever that is to open up, to Let this out, release this burden, release this weight that you've been carrying, like a backpack full of rocks, or full of like mud, or full of, I don't know, just some heavy stuff. And it's kind of like someone will like look at that and tell you, oh, this is actually like a crystal, or something like that, when you thought it was just like mud and rock and whatever. And I feel like there's a whole new perspective, beautiful perspective, that can come out of opening up about this to somebody. But yeah, admitting something to yourself first, looking at something. I feel like somebody, not everyone, but somebody has been kind of lying to themselves about what is going on, but there's just a need to face it, Gemini. And so much love to you. Like, I feel like whatever is going on, this is for like a very healing purpose, a very, very healing purpose. We go through certain things, and sometimes it comes in the form of like some sort of mistake, but it's a divine learning opportunity. Yeah, I think that was pretty much everything I wanted to share from your meditation here. I have pre-pulled some cards. So the card that I pre-pulled for you was Drifter, experiencing life as it comes. Very interesting. I'm actually going to read the description of the card from this booklet, because I think it's like it's just very beautifully written, and I feel like it could speak to somebody here. So, Gemini, what lights you up? Experiencing life as it comes, seeking the essence but not knowing the form. The Drifter invites you to step out of your to-do list and your ordinary routine, to feel the breeze against your skin, calling you to follow the wind and explore life's opportunities. When the Drifter appears, it's a sign that it's time to cut the mooring lines holding you to the dock. It's not important to know the destination before you set sail. It will come clear as you leave the port. Do not wait for a map, as there are none to where you are destined to go. But be sure that you do have a compass to keep you true. Yours is your pure love and your intention to be free, even of your own beliefs and preconceptions. Few appreciate the energy of the Drifter. Here you might not seem to be doing anything worthwhile or meeting someone else's expectations, but you are the only one who understands that others are running full out on the hamster wheel, getting nowhere. Your laziness is an underappreciated virtue. You know that life will find you and bring you everything you require without your having to search for it, by simply being instead of frantic doing. Even as you let your mind wander, releasing it to go on a daily walkabout, call it back home regularly to deliver news from the cosmos. The Drifter helps you find what you are looking for, even when you didn't think you were seeking anything. I love that. I love that. I really feel like there's a blessing in disguise for you, Gemini. There seems to be like some kind of a stagnancy. There seems to maybe feel like some kind of a stagnancy, but this is all divinely guided. Like, you are exactly where you're supposed to be right now. I know it doesn't look like it. I know there's pieces missing, but you'll see it eventually. Okay, so I have pre-pulled some cards also for your love life, a little bit of insight there to certain relationships, whether they are romantic or platonic. Take it only as it resonates. Allow these cards to kind of fall like puzzle pieces to where they fit. Might not be the part of the puzzle that you're trying to work on, focusing on working on, but allow these cards, these messages to fall where they fit. Give your relationship a chance. Gemini, work on your partnership. Work on your relationships. in general, like the connections you have with people, the way that you communicate with people. You know, when you, especially when you're having a conversation with someone, is there like a mutual understanding? Is there a mutual understanding? I don't know, it's kind of like the connection, working on the connection. Sorry, my nose just itches so much all of a sudden. My hair like got on my nose. Sorry. But it's working on the relationships here. Kind of taking a step out of, I'm feeling like kind of taking a step out of where you usually are with people in a way. It's kind of like making sure that both yours and this other person's needs are being met. Something like that. But having more open communication here is what I'm really feeling. And again, this could speak to romantic relationships, and it could speak to friendships, relationships with family members. Yeah, okay. The card Worth Waiting For also came out. Divine timing is at work in your love life. I feel like things are being orchestrated for you, Gemini. And I feel like if this is like a current relationship, that you're in a committed, you know, relationship right now, things are being orchestrated, things are being worked out, but there is divine timing. It's kind of like there are things right now that can't be forced. There are things that can't be forced right now, but having patience and knowing that it is worth waiting for. It is worth waiting for, Gemini. Is so significant. And divinely guided, like the angels here in this card. I feel like there are angels tending to this relationship, this very relationship. And then this could also very well be a relationship that is not in fruition right now. And it is being brought closer and closer day by day. It's like the drift, you're drifting slowly towards one another at the right time. And maybe maybe things are moving as slowly as they appear to be, just because you're avoiding maybe there's a storm in the center, needing that storm to pass before you unite with this person. Could be something like that. Also, these two cards came out together. Our favorite cards here. Pay attention to the red flags in deception. The signs are cautioning you, and someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. I feel like this really comes down to having and utilizing your intuition in your like day-to-day life, in certain relationships, friendships, any kinds of interactions that you have with other people. Is something or somebody, and it might not necessarily be something, or might not necessarily be somebody. It might be something, some kind of like an opportunity or something like that. If it seems shady, probably is. You know, don't ignore your intuition. I feel like this is just a sign not to ignore your intuition. The signs are already cautioning you. I feel like you've seen that. You've seen these red flags. You've suspected this false mask of somebody. But just use your intuition. Do what feels right. If something doesn't feel right, then you probably don't really need to do it. Do what feels right. Only what feels right. It's kind of like, I feel like whoever this is about, or whatever this is about, it kind of comes down to something, not doing something just for the sake of it for no reason. I feel like whatever this is, or whoever this is, isn't really fully aligned with you, doesn't light up your soul, whatever that is. So do only what lights up your soul. I don't know. Don't waste your time with things or people that are less than that. I don't know. Something like that. Something like that. Take that only if it resonates. Yeah. Okay. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. again, I feel like this is an intuition thing, knowing intuitively. I feel like about too, like seeing people's true colors. I feel like you have the ability to see the true colors of others. And I feel like for some people, some Geminis out here, you see these true colors, but kind of don't act on it, kind of like let it go, like, oh, okay, cool. You know what I mean? But I feel like maybe you are being called to have more discretion and more, what's the word I'm trying to think of here? Act on your intuition. Calling the shots in some kind of a way. And it's also kind of about saying no. It's also about saying no or saying yes. But kind of taking the reins a little bit in relationships. Okay. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. I love that, Gemini. Yeah, be in the present moment. Smell the roses. Look at things, like find the beauty in certain things. Like watch a sunrise. Smell the flowers, you know? Things like that. Like enjoy the little things. Delight in the little things, whatever that looks like. This could have to do, I'm feeling like, make yourself like a nice meal, breakfast, dinner, you know? Do it, like enjoy it, you know? Do those kinds of things. If you enjoy those kinds of things, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all, and engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Ooh, okay, so these cards, yeah, all kind of came out, right? And I felt like there was one more message for Gemini. So these cards came out together. And I feel like this kind of comes down to overcoming some kind of a fear, Gemini. Overcoming some kind of a fear in a relationship. And that being so rewarding. That decision to, I don't know, overcome some kind of a fear. I don't know what it's about. For different people, it's going to be something totally different though. But what kind of fear can you confront or overcome in some kind of a relationship? It might not even be necessarily directly related to a relationship, but overcoming some kind of a fear, and that just paying off like so much better than you could have imagined, and it being safe for you to love. I feel like it is safe for you to face this fear. And then engagement, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. I feel like this is just a direct result. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment by facing this commitment. Interesting. It could have to do with commitment. It could have to be a fear of commitment for you or somebody else. I feel like that's probably what it is. But it is safe for you to love. I feel like whoever this is, whoever this person is, Gemini, you are safe with them. You are safe with them. And I feel like you know that. Like, look at this person's like actions, you know, not just like what they've said, but like how they've acted. Based on their actions, have they done anything to prove to you that they are safe for you to love? I don't know. So yeah, okay. All right, 2 more cards here from pre-pulled cards. I asked for messages around like abundance for you, and this abundance could speak to like physical, material, or monetary abundance. It could also be abundance of love or relationships, or whatever kind of abundance that is prevalent at this time in your life. Okay, The first card was focus on your priorities. Gemini, what are your priorities? What are your priorities right now? Where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. And take a divinely guided chance. I feel like there is so much like divine, guidance and timing, divine intervention, so much divinely happening. So I feel the need to just say one more time, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Don't doubt that. All positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. All right. Oh, all the cards are over there. Okay, so I'm going to pull some cards live and on camera here. I'm going to grab them though real quick. Okay. All right, Gemini. All right, so how are we going to do this here? Move those over there, this over there. Okay. So, any questions that you have still just kind of on your heart or your mind, go ahead and bring those up to the surface now. Bring those up to the surface. Let's see here. Okay. All right, Gemini. Okay, caught that one. All right. Queen of Air. Oh my gosh. Okay, Gemini. Yeah, I feel like this is about speaking up. And standing up for yourself or for somebody. It's about like deciding to speak or deciding to act. I feel like there's something you've seen. Something you've seen that you have peace with now, or you're gaining peace with. Something that might have been troubling, or some kind of a test in the past or recent past, or maybe that's the energy you're in now and this is more of a future energy. I don't know, choose your timeline here. But I feel like some kind of a leveling up energy. I feel like wisdom and just knowing your truth, just like having no like doubts, just feeling totally secure in what you know. And that's beautiful. It's like, it's kind of like the owl is here to confirm it. It's like without the owl, like you are all you need, yeah. But with the owl, it's like this reassurance, it's this comfort. I feel like there's maybe something here in your life to reassure you of something, to confirm something, to give you like the, kind of like push you need to do what you're called to do, whatever that is. I feel like there is some kind of a sign that this is true, this is right, you are right, or I don't know, maybe there's something on your heart, your mind, and this is like that confirmation here for you, Gemini, that yes, energy and this confidence, and something about you are right. Like, I don't know, I love it though. Okay, let's see what else, Gemini. What else is going on here? Oh, and that was, oh wow, King of Earth. Wow, we got a queen and a king already. Wow, okay, Gemini. Maybe there is a balancing of your own like inner like feminine and masculine energies. Maybe this is also kind of a coming together with somebody, like a divine counterpart union for somebody. Maybe not everybody, but I feel like this is kind of things paying off to like the hard work that you've put forward, gradually like leveling up like behind the scenes, and maybe it's not like apparent now, maybe it doesn't feel like that right now, but it's like one of these days you're gonna wake up and be like, oh wow, it all happened, you know? That kind of energy, like you'll be able, like it'll happen so slowly. It's like you don't notice like your hair growing as it's growing, right? But it's growing, and then maybe like a year later your hair is like, you know, double the length, and it's like, wow, but you don't notice it as it's happening. I feel like this abundance financially, and it's happening gradually, so it's difficult to see it as it's happening, but it's one of those things you'll look back on and not a whole lot of time even, and be like, wow, I did that, I manifested that, oh my gosh. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that. All right, what else? Let's see here. Oh, that was a lot of cards. Oh, that was too many cards. Okay, I can't take all of these, but I'm going to take two of them. I'm going to take the two that are face up. And they are Messenger of Fire and Transformation. I feel like, Gemini, I feel like throughout your whole reading, there is some kind of a huge transformation that you are in the midst of. And I feel like in the recent past, there has been some degree of fear around this, whatever it is. But this is kind of like you embracing it, you holding that flame in like your own kind of hands and blowing it out. Like looking at it, seeing it in the light, seeing its light, and seeing what you needed to see, and setting it free. It's not so much about blowing it out as it is setting the free, but it's like kind of the same thing, because like blowing something out could be like releasing it or letting it go, but it's setting it free and you free at the same time. And I feel like this is just this Messenger of Fire, this Knight of Wands could be like the kind of maybe represent the conflict leading up to this, whatever this is, the frustration or the whatever annoying thing was kind of tugging on your energy. All these thoughts, like the candles around your head, like the flames there. Maybe there's a lot of heat. Maybe you are still in this energy where you're feeling a lot of heat and a lot of pressure, and maybe worrying about how it's melting and if it's gonna reach you and what it's gonna do, and feeling like you can't move. Jeez. Gemini, oh my gosh. Sorry, I just really felt that energy, and I'm so much love to you. But it's kind of like releasing this, looking at this, taking this off, like whatever it is that is this pressure, this weight on you, taking off this backpack, whatever it is that you've been carrying that is getting heavier and heavier and heavier, and looking at it, opening it up, pulling everything out, looking at it all. I feel like there are things that you don't want to look at, but it's looking at it, and it's realizing that it's not as bad as it feels. It's not as bad as it looks. I'm sorry, my cat was like partly trying to, okay, now she's gone. All right. Gemini. Okay. One final card from this deck here, and then we'll pull a guardian angel message as well. Let's get one final card to kind of start to close this part of the reading. Oh wow, another king of water. Jeez, wow. Okay. I feel like there are options. There are options here. Maybe there are people, romantic options that you have right now with the King of Earth and the King of Water. Wow. Maybe there is someone around your energy here who's very like emotionally mature and intuitive and like kind of like spiritually gifted. I don't know. Here, let me take a second and kind of like feel into this here. I actually don't feel so much as if this is like another person. For someone out there, this could kind of speak to somebody else, but I feel like the overall message here is more so about choosing who you want to be. Choosing what you want to be, what you want to do, how you want to show up for yourself and for others. And maybe it's really also kind of about embracing both these energies, your intuitive and spiritual side, your emotional maturity, as well as your, I don't know, I know you're an air sign. We got air here too. But also you're kind of like, I don't know, I'm just feeling earth energy. I don't know. Your earth energy. But it's kind of like this is you here at the same time. Okay, all right, we are going to just pull a card now from our little guardian angels deck. Oh, all of the cards that I'm using are listed in the description, so you can see any of these card decks there if you're interested in them, anything like that. Okay, let's get one message, Gemini, from your guardian angel. Guardian angels, guardian angel. One card here, please, for Gemini. Stop there. Expression. Express how you feel clearly, lovingly, and honestly without fear or judgment. Say it like it is. All will be resolved when you express to others how you truly feel. Trust in the power of life to guide you and heal all concerned. And heal all concerned. Oh, and heal all concerned. Or maybe that's supposed to be concerns. Self-expression is liberating and healing. Oh my gosh, this was the card. This was the card, Gemini. All right, and with that, we're gonna go ahead and close this reading here. Gemini, thank you for watching this video today. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, serious about stars. Have a beautiful day, blessed day, so much love to you, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.